In this video, we are going to learn how to save our Zbrush files. I'm going to show you two ways of saving your file and the advantages and disadvantages of both of them. So I have this project here and it has my main file. This is the file that I want to save. I've done a lot of modeling on it. And I also have some other shapes within this project that I don't really need, but they were created at some point while I was working on this. So one way to save your file is to save this entire project with all the elements inside it. And that way comes up when you hit Control S on your keyboard, or if you go up to File and Save As from up here. Let's do that. So File, Save As, or Control S. And you'll see that the option that you get for the file format is .cpr. So .cpr saves your entire project. I'm going to save one version with a .cpr. So Gothic table project. So I'm going to save this. This is my project. And I'm going to click on save. And now I'm also going to save just this tool. So ideally, most of the time, you just want to save your tools. So whatever you're working on at the moment, you just want to save this. So I'm going to do that by going to Save As from the right. And you'll see that the file format is different now. So it's .ztl, which ZTL stands for Z tool. So I'm going to save this as Gothic table tool. And I'm going to click on save. Let's see how these two saved elements in Zbrush can be opened up. So I'm going to close the software and I'm going to reopen it to see how to open these files. Okay, I'm back in an empty project inside Zbrush. So I'm going to start by opening my project. So I'm going to go to File and Open, as you would do in most other software. And I'm going to open Gothic table project. And that's going to bring in basically all the elements that you had. So it's going to bring in your original file that you wanted, and it's going to bring in all that junk. And as you keep working in Zbrush, as you add more elements, this junk is going to just keep increasing. So this is not what you want ideally. Let's look at the other way, which is opening your tool. I'm going to close Zbrush and come back. Okay, brand new Zbrush again with just my default elements. And now I'm going to open the tool. To do that, you can't open it from here. So if you go to File, Open, I save the tool in the same location, but you'll notice that you can't see it here and you can't choose a different format to be able to see it. So for a tool, what you need to do is you need to load it from the right. So you go to Load Tool, and in Load Tool, you'll see that we have two tools. I made this at some point. Let's just use this one. So Gothic table tool and open. You'll see that it is here, but we don't see it in our workspace. That's just because we need to drag this out. So I drag it out like that and make sure to click on Edit. And once you do that, you'll have your tool open in the software without all the other junk that was brought in earlier. And you can change the material of the tool. You usually have to do that every time. I don't think Zbrush saves your material that you are working with, but this is super useful to just bring in the tool that you're working on. In some cases, you might want to save a project, and that's when you have multiple versions of your file maybe that you want to save. But most of the time, I would save those as just separate tools so that you don't have really big file sizes, so you can keep your file sizes manageable and just save as many tools as possible. Now let's take a look at the default save or the autosave in Zbrush. So you can find those settings at Preferences and Quick Save. So this is actually different. So the default is 20 and 1. This is what you'll see when you open your software. So what this means is the maximum duration before it saves is 20 minutes. So if you have Zbrush open for 20 minutes and you're working or you're just ZBrush is just sitting open, it's going to save every 20 minutes. And the rest duration, what that means is that if you have ZBrush open and you're not working for a minute, you don't, your mouse doesn't move, but your software is still open, it is going to quick save the file. You can change this. I usually make this a little higher, so I have it saving maybe every 30 minutes, and I set the rest duration to maybe 15 or 20 minutes. So you can change this, but I would suggest not turning it off. So some people just set it really high so that it's essentially off. But I would suggest keeping it on because ZBrush sometimes does crash, files get corrupted, and with this software especially, if a file gets corrupted, it's gone. There's not really a way to recover it, so it's very useful to have quick saves and to have multiple files. To access these quick saves, so now you're saving every 20 minutes or every whatever settings you set here. So to access those quick saves, go to Lightbox Tools, and you have your default ZBrush folders here, and in that you have something called quick save. And you'll see that I have all of these quick saves from different stuff that I was working on, and it saves them as Z projects. So if you have many files, many tools within that project, it's going to save all of them. But this is super useful because you can open any of them and you can then take from it what you need.